Alright, hello there. I am Papa01. How's everyone doing? And this is AOS Virtual Pro Wrestling 2 Rankings number 9. So, we're about to get started. And yeah, that's about it. I got other stuff I want to talk about. We'll talk about that later, towards the end of the video, if I even do get around to mention it. So yeah. So, congrats to PG Moho. He won the Fight for Gold Championship belt, and we're gonna have to give him a double round of applause. Better known as G Muda, Great Muda, or I just call him Muda because there's a Great Muda character on the game as well. So we got two claps because look at that. He eliminated all three of his opponents in the Fight for Gold Championship 4-man Battle Royale. He had 2 pinfalls and 1 submission. And that is good. That's some high level stuff because you can win by pinfall, submission, or TKO, and there's no rope break and it's false count anywhere. So good on him for getting all 3 eliminations. I thought he was going to have 2 and then lose to DD4 Blaze, but he ended up taking out DD4 Blaze. It was down to him and DD4 Blaze. There was some shenanigans on the outside. And as you know, this is the old phone, which is the A32 5G, and it's turned off. And right now I have no Wi-Fi, so yeah, can't look at the video on YouTube. And yeah, I delete all videos after they go up on YouTube for one reason alone. I don't have that much space on these phones. The SD card only has 128 gigabytes, and then the phone only has 64 gigabytes. As explained in previous videos, the new phone only has 64 gigabytes. I don't have a phone with a ton of gigabytes on it, But, that's neither here nor there. But again, congrats to G Muda, stuff like that. As you know, with DD4 Blaze, I keep on, bitching and moaning. I would say that because I have been about the fact that he defended his Fight for Gold. He defended the Absolute Championship against the Fight for Gold champion 3 times, and 3rd time was the charm. And Mark Kerr ended up beating him and taking the championship from him. And the only way he could go immediately and face him off against Mark Kerr immediately in the next pay-per-view, which was this past pay-per-view, which was pay-per-view number 8, because he lost the belt pay-per-view number 7, was to win the Fight for Gold championship. He ended up losing it. Because, I don't like interference in any of the pro wrestling games that I play. I turn off interference because I just be like, we want this to be as clean cut as it can be. Forget how stuff happens with actual pro wrestling, or forget how it happens with prize fighting, or freaking what else there, prize fighting, as well as combat sports or anything. I guess straight and to the point with just the way it is, because not even the way it happens with actual sports, because guess what, there's no judging. There's a referee, but it's the best type of referee, non-existent, as in the motherfucker's not in the match to get injured or slow count or where the fuck it is. It's just a referee, but it's more so an AI. And yeah, with video games, referee is automatically an AI, but as in they're not there to be touched or anything like that and cause automatic DQs or slow count, or I'm too injured and slow count the pinfall and shit like that. But it's what it is with all that. So he's gonna have to do it the hard way. So I end up putting DD4 Blaze in the in the Fist Ball Chance qualifiers, and we'll talk about that later on in the video. As well as G Muda, or Kiji Moho, who went on to challenge for the absolute title using his, Fight for Gold Championship challenge ability. Alright, so next we had, to start the pay-per-view, the pay-per-view starts off with Faction of 3 championship. And these guys won once again, so congrats to them. They're still the fight for gold. I mean, the Faction of 3 champions. My bad. That's just my bad. This is about the 5th time I tried recording this, but it wasn't because I kept on messing up with words. It was just other shit that kept on going on. I kept on not having shit in the right place, and it kept on taking way longer than it should. But that's nor here nor there, so congrats to them. And regrettably, because I wanted them to lose, because I wanted them to be part of. Everybody except for Pumper 01, I want these other 3 to be part of the 5th spot chance qualifiers for the KO division, because I got so many characters. I'm actually gonna have 16 of my created characters in the fight for, in the in the KO division's 5th spot chance qualifiers. I'm just gonna say qualifiers because it's just a mouthful with 5th spot chance qualifiers. So I'm just gonna say qualifiers for now on. Okay. So yeah, and then DD4 Blaze, damn it, Pumpo 1, he was gonna be part of the what? If they lost, he was gonna be part of the MMA qualifiers. Because the new rules with the MMA qualifiers, you only need 2 knockdowns. But we'll talk more about that at the correct time with the video that I'm gonna do after this. That's gonna be talking about all the match types and stuff like that. Because I made some changes. Okay, so with the KO division rankings, we'll start from the bottom and work our way to the top, because that'll probably be the smartest way to do it. We have Damage, who is now the new 5th spot. Congrats to him. And that's the Damage Warrior. Damage the Warrior, yeah. And then we got Fatal, aka Pressure Point. He is the wild card. We got the Savage Rage, who is the Hunter. We have Midas Punch, who just lost his title, and I think he only had the 1 title reign. I mean, the 1 title defense. I keep on saying title reigns instead of title defense. And congrats to him. Too bad for him. I said congrats to him, but too bad for him. But whatever. He's a former champion, okay? And he was the one who dethroned the Savage Rage, who had like 6 title defenses. So yeah, not too bad for him. I don't feel too bad for him. He beat the reigning, defending, and was undefeated for over 6 title defenses. So can't feel too bad for him. And congrats to the new KO Division champion, Karate Master. Now, I was going to put K Master, aka Karate Master, but that just, that don't sound right. So I just put his name, Karate Master. And the same thing goes for Judo King, JD King, aka Judo King, or aka JD King. I don't, no. JD King doesn't sound too bad, but I always, even though it is JDK, I still just put Judo King, or say Judo King. So the ones where I just still to say their regular name, I don't need to put all that extra. And also, unless you're a champion, this is how we're doing the ranking video. So unless you're a champion, we're not putting your full name. We'll put the nickname stuff or wherever I feel is suitable for you. But now we're not putting full names and everything else for characters. Even for the wrestlers that are actually on the game. Even for the characters that's actually on the game. No, that only goes towards champions. Sorry. We're going to distinguish the champs from the rankers. The people who are just ranked versus the people who are champs. So I just want to say that real quick before we move on. So we got the Grappling Division now. Now we have Hickson Gracie, who is now the 5th spot. I'm not sure if he was ever ranked in the Grappling Division. I think this is the first time he's been ranked in the Grappling Division. But congrats to him. We got Taydao, and he is the wild card, the number 4 rank. We got Alzer Curlin. He is still the number 3 rank, which is the Hunter. We got goddamn Combat Sambo, who is the number 1 contender, and I think he only ever had freaking one ever title reign, dude. I think he only won. He was the crowning champion, and I think he was the inaugural champion, and he had only like 2 title defenses. And then I think after at the second pay-per-view, Volkan just won the belt and never looked back. He never looked back, and man, as much as I want Combat Sambo, aka Russian Tiger, to be champion, congrats to freaking Volkan, who had on his first title reign, he has now 7 title defenses. I think that's the most out of any champion. 7 title defenses. I think every champion has lost the title before reaching 7 title defenses. I could be wrong in that, because I believe possibly no. I think he's the only one who reached 7 title defenses and 1 title reign. So 7 title defenses for 1 title reign. That's crazy, man. Congrats to him again. You know. All right, let's move on. Now we have the double team division. Oh, before we move on to the double team division, in the next video I will be talking extensively about the grappling division, because we need to make some changes, because just like the problem I had with the MMA division with like the knockdowns, it takes too many, and I made the changes to the MMA division. I'm possibly gonna be making changes to the grappling division, but I'm making the changes so that it won't benefit for just one style, like just the people who are good at takedowns versus the people who go at getting a submission victory. So it's gonna be balanced still, because if I do make this change, it's not going to affect people who like to go for the submission worse than the people who like to go for takedowns and stuff like that. Just to make that clear. But that's coming up in the next video. So let's move on. So next we have the double team division. And Andre the Giant and Tiger Mask are now the 5th spot. Congrats to them. And MK and Yo, they are the wild card, because I forget how to pronounce them names, man, and I don't feel like butchering people's names with my pronunciation of them. Then we have the number 3 ranked Hunters, who are Dr. Death and Terry Gordy. Dr. Death is aka Steve Williams, and Terry Gordy. Like I said, we're not using full names. We're just using, whatever their little nickname thing is and stuff like that. And then we got the Funk Brothers, and they are Terry Funk and Dory Funk Jr. And then we have in their second title reign, and now they have 7 title defenses, we have Mass ND, and that is Grand Nagua and Super Delfin, and they have 7 title defense. Man, okay, so let's move on. And you can see, because there's only been 8 pay-per-views and stuff like that. So, and also you can notice how many pay-per-views there are. Not just, you can notice how many pay-per-views have taken place, not just based off the rankings. Because if we're on rank 8, since we're on rank 9, this is rankings number 9. So there've been 8 pay-per-views. Like if we get to rankings 21, that means once we get to rankings 21, that means pay-per-view number 20 just passed. But also you can tell based off title defenses with some people who are consistent champions and have a ton of title reigns, because after the crowning of the champions, we didn't have first title defense, because there was just the crowning things. We had the rankings. We was able to create the rankings off of the crowning events or tournaments or whatever like that. Out of the crowning tournaments, was they gonna make the rankings. So the title defenses didn't start to actual the first pay-per-view. So your first title reign, the first title reigns didn't start to the first pay-per-view also. Just to clarify some stuff and like show you that I have stuff if I can memorize stuff in more than one fashion or way and stuff like that instead of having to you go in and out of the video to see stuff. Alright, so now we have the PW divisions and the fifth spot champ is Jun Akiyama. Congrats to him. Jumbo Tsuruta. He finally lost to Justin Liger. And Justin Liger is now the number 3 ranked Hunter, and Jumbo Tsuruta is number 4 ranked wildcard. Scott Thornton, I'm not sure if the Sinister One Chaos just won the belt back or what's going on, because they just been trading the belt back. They are the only two that ever won the belt, but with you can tell based off of title defenses that the Sinister One Chaos, he has 6 title defenses with 3 title reigns, which means Scott Thornton has to have at least 2 title defenses with 2 title reigns, more than likely, because there has to be a total of 8 title defenses, period, because we have over 8 pay-per-views gone by, and since they're the only 2 that had reigns and stuff like that, one has this and the other one has that. So that's how you can also figure out stuff like that. Same thing with this. Like, we have... Okay, so... Oh, wait. Yeah, congrats to him, to the champion. And also, congrats to Mass ND with 7 title defenses. And congrats to the Sinister One Chaos. That's one of my favorite characters. I made him as evil as possible as far as like the dirty tactics or the heelish tactics with with the low blows, the eye pokes and stuff like that. His eye poke will actually make your eye bleed. When he does the look, the counter punch where you can do an eye poke, his actually make you bleed. So, that's what goes on with him. And you better hope that they better hope that nobody ever challenged him with the Fight for Gold Championship, or he ever gets out of the Fight for Gold. He ever gets out of the PW division, because I feel like he's one of those characters I created who could possibly win a title in any division just because his moves are so balanced. And also, keep in mind that his go-to move or his finisher, the move he likes to go to first to finish off matches, is the Burning Hammer. Yeah. So, keep an eye out for that guy. Keep an eye out for him. Alright, let's move on. So, now we're at the MMA division. The 5th spot is the guy who was the longest reigning champion, the inaugural champion, which was Kiyoshi Tamura. Kiyoshi Tamura. He is still the 5th spot. So he's just hanging in there in the freaking MMA division. But as you know, it's now 2 knockdowns that are needed to win any match in the freaking MMA division. So he's going to want to win that next ranking match against Funaki Masakatsu. He's going to want to win that match because, especially because I don't think he has any strikes, any strong attacks that do KO damage. So, yeah. Can you survive 10 minutes, which is 2 rounds, without being able to get 1 knockdown? Yeah, I think he can, because he's been able to submit people in under 5 minutes. So he's still not, it's still not, what's his name? It's not that bad for him, because he's able to submit people in under 5 minutes, So he's still okay. But still, somebody can land. There's a good chance somebody landed twice on you in 10 minutes, man. Knock you down twice in 10 minutes. There's a good chance of that happening, And then, the wild card is Funaki Masakatsu. And then, Jake Shot. Yo, Boom and Judo King. I'm sorry, but Jake Shock is the truth, man. I believe he's going to become the champion once everything's all said and done with pay-per-view number 9. I believe this is when he becomes champion because his everything is just, yeah, it's just that. It's just that. Yeah, and I think he's probably the only character that you have to hope you knock down right away in order to defeat him. And guess what? Him and Judo King have the same finisher move, I believe. I believe they have the same finisher move. Because, yeah, this is probably the first time I'm going to hell of this because that is interesting to me. I just thought about that. So, Judo King moveset will be in what? Slot number 9. Yes, I believe it's in slot number 9. And Judo King, where's his name at? Right here. So all that we're doing is, it's not going to take long. Because all we're doing is this, and we're going to go here. Yeah, this is grappling. And you see number 41 is for his move. And then we could go straight. I think it's, oh, dang it, that's my bad. We can go straight to slot 3, and we're looking for the amazing one, yeah, which is Jake Shock. And we go, oh wait, his stuff is pretty quick because he only has so many moves because he's a shoot wrestling stuff. Look, they have the same freaking finisher move. But I'm pretty sure if Jake Shock hits it, he will end the match instantly because he's shoot wrestling style. But who knows? Who knows, man? But like, yeah, that's what's going on right here. You got two people in the same division with the same finisher move that are submissions. And that's that hanging armbar. That's that flying armbar where you're hanging up in the ground. The other one is the takedown armbar where it's a flying armbar, but you take them down and submit them. That one is the standing flying armbar, and the other one is the flying armbar into a takedown into secure the finish, stuff like that. Man, but that's what's coming up. If he gets past Boom, he gotta get past Boom in order to do that. And like Boom, Boom is not no, he's not no walkover. Because if anything, Boom should be the one who's going to end up becoming champion. Because he, out of everybody who's been in the MMA division so far, he is the only one who constantly gets knockdowns all the time. Like, I think on average, in the first 5 minutes, like when it was still like 5 knockdowns, necessary 5 knockdowns, he'll still get like 2 or 3 of them sometimes in the first round. But no more contenders matches and title matches, you know? He'll still get like 2 or 3 of them. So he could be the champion. So we got 3 of my creative wrestlers, and it could go either way. But guess what? Because of the new rule with the grappling division, I like this to be up there because I don't like it hiding behind my phone, which is something that you can't see off screen or whatever like that. Because like the little camera lens hides the circle, and sometimes I think like stop recording. Yeah, so that is gonna be interesting because like yeah, like I was saying, like a lot of the characters I created that, you know, they go into like the KO division or just any character I created, and some of the characters that's already on the game, like they're gonna be going to the MMA division more frequently now because let's say you think you're a KO artist based off your grapples or strikes, right? But you don't got too many of either. Now, it don't matter if you don't have too many of either, because guess what? You go into the MMA division, you only need 2 knockdowns. You know how many people, you know how many characters that's going to make me put in the MMA division qualifiers now? Just because you only need 2 knockdowns instead of 5? 5 is crazy. But I changed my mind. I was like, you know what? First knockdown, you could say it was luck. 2 in a row, yeah, it's out. You know, so like you lose at the 2 of them. And the only reason it's only 2, and I was going to put it on 3, but the reason it's only 2 is because of one thing. I like the fact that, like, with 2, you can get the finish of a match just as quickly as by a submission quickly in a match. So you can knock down somebody twice and end the match. because like the KO division is what it is for one reason. Yeah, you shouldn't be able to get the first knockdown in a fight and stuff like that. But like we already know what this game does with MMA rules and knockdowns. Them motherfuckers gonna get up like 30 times, man. If I put it on infinite, motherfuckers used to get knocked down. When it used to be infinite for the KO division, motherfuckers used to get knocked down over 15 times, dude. Sometimes I'll count it and I'll be like, did this nigga get up after the 20th time and get knocked down? Like, what kind of shit? Because I put it on no time limit. Because when I first started playing the game or whatever like that, I was just messing around with it. And I wasn't doing like the championship matches. I was just doing matches for fun. I put it on no time limit, as many knockdowns as possible. I was wanting to see how many knockdowns it would take without, recovery between rounds for there to be a finish. And like, these motherfuckers were still getting knocked down over 15 times. I was like, dude, what is this all about? I haven't done it recently where there's no time limit and as many knockdowns as you want to do and stuff like that with the game or whatever like that. With that, because I haven't done recently with quick match. That was always done with the just however. And you already know the KO division is the only one with quick match because there's no submissions and stuff like that. And we just want to get knockdowns as quickly as possible. Yeah, but that's enough talk about the MMA division. Let's move on now to the absolute division. Keep in mind, I talked about. Yeah, so let's go back out of this. So keep in mind, he is the Fight for Gold champion, and he did challenge the absolute champion, and the absolute champion is XMA, better known as Extreme Martial Artist, and he is the absolute champion with 2 title defenses in his first title reign. And as you know from pay-per-view number 7, Mark Kerr, who beat DD4 Blaze, was the champion. So that means XMA beat Mark Kerr to win the title and get his first title defense, and then he beat Kiji Moho, aka G Muda, and had 2 title defenses. So congrats to XMA, because he been in this division for a while now, dude. You know how long he been here? DD4 Blaze wasn't even ranked, and then he skipped over him by defeating him and became champion before him. That's how long it took him to get to that belt. So once again, congrats to the Extreme Martial Artist, aka XMA, man. Congrats to him, man. But as we know, we gotta start at the bottom. So I just wanted to get that out of the way. So we gotta start from the bottom. Also, if I didn't say it, congrats to Judo King for winning back his belt from Boom. He beat Kiyoshi Tamura to win the belt, and then Boom was like, wow, thank you for finally beating the person I had so much trouble with, but you know what, give me that belt, give me that belt. And then he was like, whoa, hold up there. Give me back the belt. So they just traded the belt back and forth. They just been trading the belt back and forth, those two right there, Boom and Judo King. So like the competitiveness and stuff like that. But DD4 Blaze, yeah, he started from the bottom once again. It's not the Drake song just yet. He started from the bottom once again instead of starting from the bottom that he hit. Because he's not at the title belts just yet. He got to go through pay-per-view number, we got to go through the pay-per-view number 9, and then at pay-per-view number 10, if he wins that number one contenders match, he can then challenge for the belt. But right now, he's going to go in a ranking match versus the inaugural champ, Shiro. And that is going to be a fun one, because DD4 Blaze, I believe, was the first person to beat Shiro for the belt. So that's going to be a fun matchup right there. The number 4, and that's going to be at show 9B. by the way. That's going to be a show 9B. And then you got Fujirama. He is the hunter. He's going to be a number one contender match against Mark Kerr. Now, I don't believe him and Mark Kerr has ever faced off with each other because remember, Mark Kerr got into the division with the Fight for Gold Championship title challenge. So this is probably going to be their first meeting ever and stuff like that. So that's going to be a good match to look forward to. And that's also at show 9B. And then the one waiting for whoever can make it to him is the current reigning defending champ at Extreme Martial Arts, aka XMA. He is waiting at the top for whoever comes. And once again, clap for him. You know? Because it's been a long time coming with some of these champions and stuff like that. I just like the fact that I'm able to improve on the characters to, like, you know, mix stuff up. And, like, even the characters that I came and changed nothing about. The characters that's already on the game and stuff like that. And that includes the unlockables. I can't change shit about them. So good for them because I just like the fact that this game doesn't have it where it's like, you know, not just styles make fights, but like this style will always beat that style or this character is always going to beat this character. No. That should be changing up, especially with my Korean wrestlers because I can always go and try to improve them if I see fit. And the way I go about improving them is we'll go once again onto here. We go here. We go to how to save crafts. But the real beauty in this is testing them out. Boom. And these are how you test them out. With the KO division, it's semi-shield. With the Grappling Division, is Volkan. With the Double T division, it's Madison D, Scott Thornton, Kiyoshi Tamura, and then Shiro for the Absolute Division. Now, with three of these, they're the inaugural champions, and that's the Double Team, MMA, and Absolute. And Scott Thornton, just because him and freaking Chaos, they just go back and forth. The Sinister One, Chaos, him and Scott Thornton, they just go back and forth in the PW division. And you already know, Volkan is on us. He has 7 title defenses, and this is his first title reign. So, yeah. And Simi Shield, he's the best freaking kickboxer or striker they put on this game. You know? Shoot, look him up. And I call him, his name is Sim Shield, but it's Simi Shield. That's the nickname. His nickname is, I think the way they say his name is Simi Shield, or they call him Simi Shield, or whatever like that. But I think his nickname is Simi Shield. Just an extra M and a Y at the end of his name. So, my at the end of Sim, or wherever. So, with that being said, and there's, I can't really tell you, but like, let's go into my stuff. So, like, we have 16 characters, I believe, that's going to be part qualifiers. So, this is how we're going to do it. We're going to do this, and then I'm just going to take them off, as you see right here, if they're ranked or in a division or a champion or something. There's 16 of my created characters, right? Boom. And that includes the new characters from slot 4 as well. We're finna talk about slot 4 in a second. And then we could go in here. So how many of these is going to be in qualifiers? Only one of them going to be in qualifiers? I mean, one of them is not going to be in qualifiers because he's the number one contender. Boom. These 4 right here is going to the Grappling Division. And I say I'm planning on possibly making changes to the Grappling Division to spice things up. You know? Now, what's it called? Lion and Spider from the Yakuza 4. They are the ones that if I were to put them in here, that's where they'll be right here. Challenging. They'll be in the Fistball Challenge qualifiers for that. And then you see right here, Dave Monster and Crazy Fred. It was gonna be Mitch and Dave Monster, but like Mitch is like their leader, and Crazy Fred, even though he's a ginormous 8 foot tall motherfucker or whatever like that, he is Dave Monster's protege. You know, that's how he got part of this because back when I had WrestleMania 2000, Dave Monster and Mitch, they were a tag team. And then I think I added like 3 or 4 more people to them because like if we yeah, we're just gonna go back a couple of times right here. And oh wait. Let's go back out this, and I think we can. Should we? Oh yeah, we got enough the SD card. Look at stuff on the SD card. Remount it. Okay, so we go in here. We'll go to. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? WrestleMania 2000. Do I even got? Oh wait, that should be under something else. That should be under old games or something. There we go. Oh, my own MMA game. Okay. Damn it, my sequels to the game. What the fuck? Where is that at? Oh, wait, it shouldn't be nowhere up there. It should be up here where you see the consoles at. Okay, so games to buy, games to tournament. There we go. Shit. And where we at? Oh wait, it's not on there. Well, I guess I could talk about it regularly. I just did all that for no freaking reason. That's so up. I did all that for no reason. Well, basically, like Crazy Fred was the third character I did thought about creating, and I believe I did create him before for the Let's go back on here. Yeah. I did create him for like to be part of the group because I started creating more characters for what's the name for WrestleMania 2000, and like I had a plan. Like the tank was supposed to be a part of their group, and I think there was supposed to be a fifth one was like Brick something. His name was Brick or something like that, and like it was gonna be them 5, but it's just now these 3, and like I did create Tank, but he's in a tag team with what's his name? Trey 17 or T Ray 17. I forgot to put them on here. Yeah. Forgot to put them on here. And you already know the muscle and the brute. So Pain and Mayhem. Yeah. There's a couple other ones too, but like I haven't really like gone about doing that again with them so far. These 2 right here, you know, he's the champion, and then yeah, Spider, he is like the only person. Well, I could put any of my characters in the PW division, but like for the most part, he's the most suitable out of everybody, and there's a lot of people. There's 48 characters, and there's at least 20 plus 20 something people. There's plus 20 something people who's going to be in qualifiers, but he's the most suited for that. Because I'm gonna have a lot of the characters already on the game and qualifiers for the PW division. Because my character's already overstacking the KO division, and then in MMA division. So we can select all of them, and then we can take off this character, this character, this character, and what else needs to be taken off of here? Yeah, that's about it. These are the 8 characters that's created by me for the MMA division qualifiers. Boom. And then right here, he's now ranked, and there's 4 other ones. So like, no, there's only 4 of them. He's gonna be looking for his revenge, you know, because if it wasn't for DD4 Blaze being the 5th spot chance, he would have won the 5th spot chance for the Absolute Division. Him right here, the end final. So that's gonna be some serious stuff going on right there. So that being said, we'll take a closer look at the newest characters I created, and there's 6 of them for slot 4. Yeah, for slot 4. And we're just gonna take a little look at those characters. We're not really gonna go into their movesets or talk anything about any of that, because that'll be the surprise that you see once they're in their matches and stuff like that. But we can reiterate where are we gonna be putting them and stuff like that. And I already know where everybody's going, so it's pretty simple. Oh yeah, I gotta do this because I don't got nobody right here. So let's do this, and then slot 4. Scroll up a little bit just so we can load it up. Well, accidentally pressing slave. See, that's why I hate the word save, because it's so close to that, and I always say slot save, and it almost sounds like slot, slave or whatever like that. And I know it's slavery, even to me, it's not just black people and stuff like that, because all across the world, everybody's been slaves before, Jews, freaking Egyptians, this, that, and the other, everybody been in stuff like that. But I don't like saying the word. It's not a good word. I played plenty of gladiator games, and that's the only time the word slave is okay to me, because it's a gladiator game. But the thing is, I don't even call them that. I just call them gladiators, because I just hate when you see the word, no, I just hate it. So this character, click on the character so you can see him, and then I'll do the 360 with them. So this character, he's going into the MMA division, as you know, and we can find him right here. We'll click on here, and boom, there he goes right there. He's going to the MMA division. He's a grappler, by the way. And all my characters have striking abilities, stuff like that, but that some of them are more so strikers than grapplers and stuff like that. This guy right here, he's tank, and he is. Oh wait, we can also show you what fight style they have at the very least. So he's MMA style, and he's a grappler. This guy right here, he's a grappler, and he's heavyweight. His style is pro wrestling. So he's going to the grappling division. MMA division, grappling division. Alright, moving on. I think we just saw him, and I believe he was right here, right next to him. Yup. The Blizzard Ice. He is in the grappling division, and his style is martial arts, my bad. He is he's freestyle, which is also called MMA. He'll work like that. He's balanced, I should say. Yeah, balanced. This is the tank, the unstoppable tank. And I already said this is T-Race 17 or Trace 17, my birthday or whatever like that. But character is not based off of me, just like the 84 Blaze is not based off of me. One thing we have in common is that we're both dark-skinned. I have a few shades from midnight, but none of these characters are based off of me. Yeah, I just like the name. My cousin used to call me. Well, he still does. His nickname for me, and he's my age and just a couple months older than him, is T-Race. That's what he used to call me. Instead of calling me Trace, because people spell my nickname is without the hyphen over the E, because I'm the third, so they call me Trace, Tres, without the hyphen thing over the E or whatever like that. But a lot of the fellas they think my nickname is spelled Trace as in Trace. So that's why he called me T-Race instead of just Trace or something like that. I still think it's a cool nickname or like that, but after I see the Resident Evil movies. I'm like, oh man, he just nicknamed me like the T-Virus. That's what I started thinking about. This guy's a striker, and he is with the martial arts style. He's a balanced fighter, but let's say this. Both of these are balanced, but he's more towards grappling, and he's balanced, but he's more towards striking. Yeah, and that is the Vengeful One, Wrath. And then we have this guy right here. He is the Rush Dash, and he is definitely a grappler, and his style is pro wrestling. Okay, and last but certainly least, is this guy right here. Now, this is basically like the outfit for Papa 01 if you watch any of my videos with the well, no, I don't think I did any recordings with these characters or whatever. No, I think I did. But like, this is how Papa 01 or Papa Kels or whatever you want to call him used to look when he was on WrestleMania 2000. The look that you see now with Papa 01 is based off of the SmackDown Shut Your Mouth game. So I was like, man, I still like the way this looks with the character. This still looks decent to me. So I decided to put him on here and just change his name to, the One Hero. So that's his name on here, the One Hero. And I believe he is, what division? I actually gotta go in here and look. Oh shit, he is in here. Oh snap. You know what I'm probably gonna do? Oh, I can't even do that because, damn. See, that's another thing. I wish freaking Papa 01 was not in the combatants with those other three characters, because then they can all be in fist by chance qualifiers. Because if I could, I was gonna put him and him against each other in a fist by chance qualifier, and it was gonna be in the first round against each other in whatever qualifier they was gonna go in. Yeah, I was gonna do that. I may do that on the side anyway, because the new look versus the old look, but this is the newest character, okay? Yo, that'd be crazy. I was gonna put those two against each other. Oh, crap, man. Oh, I so want to do that too. I could change Papa 01's freaking eyes to wherever this guy's eyes are. Where's his eyes anyway? Or his face, I should say. It's not eyes, it's the face. 107. Let's see that real quick. Alright, let me scroll up just a little bit, and then we go into slot 9. Because, what happens if I put his face as that? Does it improve his look or make it worse? About the same, but yeah, I think I like him like that. Yeah, I think I like him like that, Yeah. Alright, so yeah, I think we just about done with everything that has to do with this game and stuff like that. I talked about the newest characters, I talked about the rankings. I explain stuff as thoroughly as possible and stuff like that. And I used to, and I'm surprised at myself for not getting caught up or messed up while doing this. I gotta move this to here because it goes in here. Boom. But I sometimes go back off of what I had for the previous things so I can know what happened with the rankings. Also for the upcoming videos and stuff to start them off. I go in here to see how I got the matches and stuff like that set up. So I know that I'm supposed to do the Fight for Gold 4-man Battle Royale. Then from there we go into the faction of 3 qualifiers. There could be 1 or 2 of them. And the same thing goes for the combatants. There could be 1 or 2 of those for their qualifiers as well. Then I have to do the figuring out how many wrestlers are left for the fist spot chance qualifiers. Well, this happens actually. This is what happens after I talk about the matches, the changes I'm gonna make to matches. I'm actually gonna do this video after I talk about the changes I made to matches because this actually supposed to happen before we even do the first match anyway. Because think about it, nothing's gonna change no matter what character I'm using and stuff like that. It's just that with certain things and stuff like that, like you see right here, where you see the 5 with the the underline and then the name. That's because of it's a if there's an odd number in a qualifier or whatever like that with the tournament or whatever like that, I usually have that character that I put the name of right there be the one who gets the extra little spot where they get a well, not really a first round bye, but like somebody is gonna have to go against them after they win their first round in order to get to the finals, basically, and stuff like that. So that's what that has to do with that, or whatever like that. And I had that a couple of times. And usually the people who are going to have to potentially go against the person who's the who gets that 5th extra spot is usually people who have been in that particular 5th spot chance for that division multiple times already. Like, so if you're not a newcomer, why should you get one match and go to the finals anyway? That's usually how I do that, or whatever like that, or try to, for that matter. Or if I have 6 people, then it'll be wherever way with that. But like speaking of, god damn it, I know I should have went out of the freaking game. Oh, I hate. I gotta restart it the normal way because it might as well, might as well. We're not finna do nothing. I'm just wanting to see what it look like with like a tournament or whatever like that with the bracket, and we can do that without even going to the match. Because league, if it's a league, it's not a bracket. It's just how it's just the 12 people you put in there. So let's just take a look real quick. No, we can tell what it is based off of here because you can tell because it'll tell you either 12 or 16. So alright, we're on the wrong thing. So this is league, and that means this is the what's name, the tournament. I just wish they would do this shit right. So like, no, we're looking for 6 and so 5. I just need to know where people are going to be at. See. So the 5th person, like I said, the 5th person will get by, and then let's see what happens if we do it with 6 people. See, look. Somebody at the top gets a bye, and then somebody at the bottom gets a bye. And then it goes on to where it's supposed to be. See? That's how it works. So somebody at the top gets a bye, somebody at the bottom gets a bye, and it goes to the semis. Okay. I think we need to know that. So I'm going to screenshot this. Boom. I just need to know how it works with each and every thing and stuff like that. So let's do that again, but I'm gonna screenshot it now for let's screenshot it for 6. And we also can screenshot it for 5. And then because you can tell how many things there are on here already and stuff like that. And we're going to do it for 6 again, but I'm going to let the thing fade away. So, you know what? We can, boom. Because the names don't matter, We're just trying to look at how the bracket thing goes after, you select people. That's the main thing we're looking at. And I think 7 should be like the guy at the very top is not going to be facing off each other. At least that's what I think is going to happen. So that's the last city that I do for second. Yeah. So let's go with 7. Because it don't matter who you pick if we're not starting nothing. Yep. Just like I thought. So that lets me know one thing. When it's an odd number or wherever like that, automatically, if it's an odd number, automatically the person at the very top, because the person who's at the very top is the top ranked character or whatever like that. He's not the top ranked character, but he's always gonna be like the A side, because the red corner or whatever like that, versus player 2 or whatever like that, which is the B side, which is the blue corner. Yeah, so that's how it's always gonna be. Okay, that makes sense. All right. I think we can, I'm not even going to try to go out of it because I don't feel like. All right, so let me pause real quick. I'm going to pause this real quick. All right, I'm finally back. I had to take care of some stuff with the game real quick, and I didn't want to feel like screenshotting and re-screenshotting stuff over and over again, so I just paused it real quick while I took care of that. So, yeah, so basically, what I was going to say, so, basically this is almost done, but like I just went and screenshot them so that I have them on here now. So when you do 5 people for a tournament, the guy at the very bottom becomes the character or whatever like that for it. I don't know why, but they put you at the very bottom if you're the one with a first round bye. And then when it's 6 people, wait, it says 6? That's 7. Son of a bitch. Man, I did the wrong thing. Okay, so because this is 6 and that's saying 7 as well. So don't worry, I got it already on the trash can. Let's see which one is supposed to be. Which one's supposed to be right here. Restored. Hopefully it restored it and it's up there. God dang it. Oh wait, it restored it, but it's back on the internal store. You know what? Son of a bitch. Like, oh, I do not care. I gotta pause this again. Sorry everyone. You know what? Hey there. I'm gonna basically go in here. I'm gonna do this one last time because I can't stand this damn game sometimes, man. I truly can't stand the freaking game sometimes. All that shit got disappeared, and this keep on hiding behind the mother. Oh, you give them a nerves, game. You give them a nerves. Why do you keep on hiding behind the camera lens? You can't see it, but I can see it because that's how I be. Sometimes they can just stop recording on me. I have to do this to see if it's still recording. Like, I gotta see that to see if it's still recording. That's the whole point of the bubble, if I can imagine know if it's recording. I don't like putting it on the right side just because I don't, not right there. If that even has anything to do with it, but still. We're gonna have all this on here, keep all this on the screen anyway. Yeah, so fuck it. We ain't got time to wait for shit to do what it was gonna do. Now this is just something where I can have a quick reminder of how this shit gonna look with. Oh shit, motherfucker. Did I even? Nope, didn't do it. See, that's me rushing because I just rushed too much. Yeah, I gotta make sure I know stuff ahead of time for these type of things and stuff like that. For in case it comes up, I don't have to pre-do a match and all that other stuff, because it makes sense what I'm like to know this stuff ahead of time for where I'm setting up a tournament and stuff like that, where I know what's gonna happen, where they're gonna place people. Alright, now we can exit out of this. Shit. Now we can exit out of this. And I can go here, go here, go here, and just fly down and select all of them real quick. Let's just select all of them. I don't know why I had a problem with selecting them. What the fuck? I didn't. Wait a minute. Oh, you're shitting me again. You know what? Stop that shit, man. Oh shit, the old phone got the same alarm. Man, what the fuck, man? I swear, I wish I ain't put that daily thing on there. Shit. Yeah, we gotta go back on here. Now, we're actually gonna press resume because, you know, it's irritating. Not this. Waiting less than 10 seconds before you can start the game is not bad for you, you know. Fuck. I forgot to click it for this. See, mother. Oh man, I hate this fucking game, man. Sometimes I just hate you, game. You know why I hate you? Swear, or phone, or whatever the heck the choice may be. Let's. I hope I'm deleting the right thing. You goddamn bastards. Oh shit. See, that's why I always get the SD card disabled when I'm trying to do this. Alright, so yeah, like I was saying, like in case I do like a 5-man tournament, I need to know where the characters go up. So you end up at the bottom if it's 5 of them, you know, the extra character who gets the first round bye, he end up at the bottom. And if it's 6 of them, there's one at the top and there's one at the bottom. And then finally, if there's 7 of them, guess what? He ends up at the very top. So it's weird because when it's an odd, I thought when it's an odd number, you automatically end up at the top. But you can see right here, you end up at the bottom. It's 5 people, you end up at the top if it's 7. And this also helps me out because this lets you know what's going to happen when there's also, like, let's say I have 9 people in the league or whatever like that. We have 9 people in the league. Well, I don't even know what's, you know, we're not going to worry about that at the moment because I don't think I do over 8. With leagues, I try not to do over 8. So if we ever do 9, then we'll do something for 9, and then we'll do something for 10 and 11 and 12. But I'm pretty sure 10 is going to work out the same way as 6, where there being 1 at the top and 1 at the bottom, then 4 matches in the middle. You know? The 11 being, I forget. 11, I'm not even sure how that's going to go. But we'll come to that if we ever come to that because we only have a total of how many characters so far. Because we could go on here to this, then we go to this information. So, no, that's not the information I was looking for in particular. Yeah, so once, and this includes the whole entire roster, and this includes all of my creator wrestlers and stuff like that. We'll have a total of 170 characters. But I'm not looking for that. I'm looking for the other information that I had on here that tells me what the heck I need to know, stuff like that. Oh, I already started to work stuff out with this. Okay. But no, that's probably going to change. Yeah, because there's... Wait. Oh, I know what to do. See, I didn't even have to go into all this. I already got figured out what I'm supposed to do figured out how many people for the show 9 qualifiers. Because look, if we go to show 8, right? we go to show 8, right? See, this is show 8. And it says 140, right? Only thing I need to do is change this to a 46, I believe, because we have the characters on here. Because did this implement all the new characters? Yep, this implemented them up until, because I'm looking for Solus and I'm also looking for Myth. Yeah, so this implements them. And we look on here for the PW division and stuff like that. You'll see the other characters on here, right? Because they was the future. There's 6 new characters. So this is 40 right here. That number becomes a 46. So I'm not finna go into that because that's for another video and stuff like that. But we can already figure out how many characters is on here. So we got 146. What did that shit say? Subtract 43. That's where all the divisions and all the champions only. And possibly no one contenders and stuff like that. So that's possibly with no one contender stuff. It depends on what's going on with no one contender stuff and stuff like that. So it's 146. And then we're going to subtract whatever from that. Yeah. No, because like, it depends. Because like, reason it says 146 because like, I can, damn it, I went on the wrong thing. Because I can, damn it. Let me click on the right screen or whatever like that. Because like if we go back on to, where is it? Where's the information at? Blah, 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 blah. Blah, 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 blah. Where is it talking about? Where's the screenshot I get that tells me how many characters there are in total? Damn it. I want to know where the little thing that I got that shows me how many characters I have in total. Fuck. I don't see that nowhere on here. What it says? Why the time option is always on. To have a defend the winner in case it goes to time limit. Duh, that's the only real reason for it. Fuck. I forgot where the heck that's at. Oh, it's probably in writing or white writing. Yeah, so that's, I did skip over it. It's in white writing. I'm thinking it's supposed to be in that color writing. However, like that. No, that's the bleed. This, that. No, it's not. It's not here. Son of a bitch. Where the fuck is that at? It should be on here somewhere. It's a screenshot that I made that tells me basically. All right, let's do this. There's 35 people in the rankings, right? Because you got 6 divisions, but one of them is double by 10, right? So there's 5 divisions with 5 people, 25 plus 1 division, which is double team division with 10 people, which is 10 plus 25 is 35. And then we have the Fight for Gold champion that makes 36. And now we just implemented now we got to implement the champions, which is the Fight for Gold champions, right? The fight for, I mean, not, oh shit. Now we got to implement the faction 3, which is 3 more people, which is 39. And then we got the cabanas, which makes 43. So yeah, that's right. It's supposed to be minus 43 for that reason alone. Supposed to be 43 for that reason alone. So now we're working with 103 characters. The reason I know that is because we had to add 6 to them. Or whatever like that. Yeah, that's where you're supposed to go to find the ring attire stuff. Oh, here we go right here. God damn it. Yeah, so there's 112 people. There's 98 people without adding crafts and stuff like that. So we got 98 plus 48, which is 146. So yeah, I'm right. Fuck, where is this at? Why is it on the matches? Oh, you sons of bitches, man. It's on the matches, and then you can see right here where that what I said with the 44. Wait, 44. Oh, that's if I had add endurance, then you get 44. Okay. Shit. Man, this video has gone on long enough, and like 9 times out of 10, who knows how many people gonna watch it. And like I say, I don't necessarily do this to showcase other people. I do it for fun, but if people start to like it, that's great too. But like, it is what it is. I'm never gonna stop doing it because Virtual Pro Wrestling 2 is my favorite wrestling game, and AOS Virtual Pro Wrestling 2 is my promotion, The Art of Survival. To the next one later, and hope you enjoyed this random mess will be going on and on about this. To the next one later, and this has been Rankins number 9 for AOS Virtual Pro Wrestling 2.